We're joined by Black Hills State head men's basketball coach Ryan Thompson. Coach, in the last week or so here now, your team has really been able to find their groove back again after kind of a little slow start to the new year. What's kind of been the biggest thing in doing that?
Well, to me, I think our defense has really improved. We were so good on the offensive end for a stretch there, and we were able to win games, kind of regardless of what we did on the defensive end with our ability to shoot it and just be so efficient on the offensive end. And we ran into a couple teams that, started to defend us a little bit different. Really tried to take a guy or two out and force other guys to beat them, and it was effective. And then on the defensive end, we didn't play to the best of our ability, and I think that really costed us against Metro State and Fort Lewis. So I think our guys really had their eyes opened and were able to come together and just play at a different level on the defensive end. And I think that's what we've seen the last 3 games. And we've been able to win games in different ways. But our defense, our rebounding, our toughness, our ability to handle pressure has been much better on this 3-game road trip. And then we put it all together at Mesa. I thought that was the best game we played this year, in that we played really well on the defensive end. And then we had a game that we had our typical or our best offensive effort, where we shot it well. We had great contributions on the offensive end from a variety of guys, and had 24 assists, 3 turnovers, a really clean game. And then in the last 2 against Western and Shadron, we weren't maybe as perfect on the offensive end, but our toughness, our defensive intensity and execution, our ability to rebound and limit turnovers on offense, was enough regardless of how we shot it. So really pleased with how we've looked here over the last week and a half, and hoping that we continue on that upward trend and we're able to be that consistent in all those other areas of the game outside of shooting.
Mm-hmm. And then so earlier this week, we had talked to Tristan here just a little bit ago too. Hit 1,000 career points. Having a guy like that can shoot the ball that well off the bench, how big of a factor is that for you guys?
Well, it's huge. We're nowhere near the team we've been this year or the team we were last year without Tristan Hurdle. And so much goes into that, right? In my mind, he's the best shooter in the country, one of the best shooters that's ever played at the Division II level. But he has buy-in. He's okay with certain nights playing less minutes when we don't need him, because we're trying to save him because of his situation with his back and his history with his back surgery. And there's just a complete buy-in, all in, whatever's best for the team from him. And his selfless approach in that role of being a shooter is unique. And he does so many other little things. He's a highly intelligent player, mature beyond his age. He's a great teammate, a great leader, a great example for everybody within our program. We joke as a staff, and it's like if he misses one shot, it's not even open, because he doesn't get many open shots. But if he misses a shot, it's like what's going on? You just expect every 3-point shot to go in with him. He's such a pure shooter and has really delivered in key moments. And so to bring someone like that off the bench, have a punch like that, and in some ways get better when he subs in, that's a huge asset to any team.
And then so looking ahead this weekend here, big rivalry game with South Dakota Mines. Second time you're seeing them here now this year. What can you expect from them, and really what's the anticipation around this rivalry every time you guys play?
Yeah, in terms of what we expect from them, they're gonna be well prepared. They're gonna play extremely hard. They're gonna have a great game plan. Their guys are gonna execute it, and then they're gonna play with an edge and a confidence about them on the offensive end. I think Coach Eisman's done a phenomenal job in his first year, not only with who he's brought in from a recruiting standpoint, but the mindset that his players are playing with. Jason Lee had 42 points against us the first time. It was kind of our plan to limit their shooters and try to guard him one-on-one. And so we'll have a few different options this time, but he's right there as one of the best basketball players in the RMAC. Ryan Sweeney is a guy who just had 30 recently in a game and can kill you every night. Then they have a ton of shooting everywhere. So they present a lot of problems for us on the defensive end. Thankfully, we've improved. I think we're playing our best basketball on that end. But our expectations are that this will be the best game of the year for us defensively. In regards to the rivalry, that's part of what makes this place so special. It's one of the best rivalries out there. Better than a lot of Division I, low Division I type rivalries or atmospheres. So it's going to be loud. It's not going to be a game that we control from the bench with calling a bunch of plays. It's going to be our guys running our base offense, our guys executing our defensive game plan, and our guys just playing through mistakes and not letting one mistake lead to a next, and being able to handle those runs on their own. And I think our guys are prepared, and I'm excited to watch them compete.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Alec. Go Jackets.